together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm trying here as always. I'm my brother Tim, and today we have the College Football National Championship that we'll be opening up the show with. And then we have 4 games in the NHL, which actually looks like an awesome NHL card. For a 4-game slate, we have 6 teams that are currently in a playoff spot, which is fun, and the 2 that are not currently in a playoff spot are the Penguins and the Wild. So, I mean, it's not like we have a bad slate. So we have a nice little slate there in the NHL, and then we got 6 games in the NBA as well. So not a huge card, but some decent games out there. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 right, 1 wrong in the world of sports betting. And the good start to January, the last 3 days for me, has come to a grinding halt. 3 straight losing days of at least 2 units, and yesterday was even worse. It was down a little over 5.5 range. I don't have the exact number. Let me get the exact number up because it was not a fun day yesterday, and I was hoping last night would turn that around. It started off good, but no. Down 5.56 units yesterday, so not a fun day at all. With a 5-9 record. College basketball reverse swept. Youngstown State minus 18.5, Michigan State minus 2.5. Both were losers there. Hockey reverse swept. Kings minus 1. Kings team total over. Lost both those with the Capitals scoring with about, a minute left in regulation to take a 4-3 lead. I was pissed. And then football started off well. Started the early games 3-2. Was what 5-4 heading into the late game, and then the late game really was the damper on everything there. Patriots money line loser. Apparently, it's really tough to beat a team 16 times in a row.
I guess.
So
it's the Jets. So no, they shouldn't have a problem. They shouldn't have had a problem with it.
Yeah. 15 times in a row is doable. With 16, that's where we draw the line. So that was a loser there. Titans plus 4.5 and Titans money line though. Bye Jaguars. 2 teams I said were overrated and not going to make the playoffs coming into the year. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cincinnati Bengals, who's going golfing the first weekend after the first week of January. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals, 2 overrated teams. Now, granted, I'm aware Burrow got hurt. But with that being said, they still weren't very good with Burrow. No. So 2 teams I felt like I was spot on this year. I wasn't really spot on about much, but those were 2 teams that I was very proud that I wish I bet no playoff props with, because those would have been like plus 160 and 3-1 or something along those lines. So, Lions first half minus 3 was a winner. I think I have a candidate, Tim, for the bad beat of the season in the NFL. I had the Lions first half team total over 13.5. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, missed the PAT on the second one. They get shut out in the second quarter, and I get hooked.
Ooh.
Yeah, not fun there. That was a loser. Washington Commanders team total over 17 was a loser, but the full game over 46 is a winner. That game finished 38-10. Should have just taken the Cowboys team total. That is what it is, though. Packers minus 3. Go Pack Go. They take care of business. They're in the playoffs now. They get the Cowboys, and that gives us 7.5 next week. Kind of interesting there. Niners minus 4 was a loser. They had the lead. They had a 20-7 lead, and it slipped by them. That was not fun at all. And then my big investment of the night, looked good at halftime, up 14-7 at halftime, the Dolphins, and then I'm guessing their offense just didn't show up or didn't leave the locker room because they get shut out in the second half, which was incredibly frustrating. And when I desperately needed something to go right last night, of course it didn't. So terrible day yesterday. 5-7 in the NFL, down 2.44 units overall. 5-9, down 5.56 units. And now in the month of January, I went from a couple days ago being up 9.76 units to now being down 0.29 units. So has definitely taken a turn for the worse the last few days. Hopefully we get right today. Michigan, I need you to come through.
Yeah. Sorry. For the site yesterday, another losing day. We're still up for the year. We're 57-47, up 5.1 units, but yesterday was down 4.33. Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks were my only play in the NBA. Both of those winners. New England, Youngstown, Canisius, Arizona, which Arizona missed a field goal at the end. Pissed off with that. Washington and Michigan State were all losers yesterday, so we ended up going 2-6 on the site. Wasn't pretty. I will say for the PSR contest, because that is completely over now. I ended up going 4-1 in my final week. I ended up finishing 12th place in the contest. 8th was money, so barely finishing out of the money. But one thing I will say, well, it was a free entry, so for me, at least, I won the poker tournament, so it was a free entry for me. But I'm happy. I finished 46, 41, and 3, so I was over 500 in the PSR contest for the year. That's all I'm gonna. I'm happy with that. I had the Bears yesterday, which was my only loser. I had the Giants, I had the Cardinals, I had the Bills, and I had the Titans. And I could say, oh, I could have taken out the Bears. No, because my other plays that I would have put in instead of the Bears were either going to be the Patriots or the Panthers. Neither one of them would work, so I would not have finished. Would not have finished 4-1 or 5-0. And I will say, I'm happy that I switched out because I took out the Patriots and put in the Titans before it closed. So I was happy I did that. I put a tweet out today, kind of poking fun at somebody that finished 13th right below me with 47 points was Say Hey Jose. So I threw something out there. And I will mention that I was the superior Earle when it came to the PSR contest. I just wanted to throw that one out there. Thank you very much. Anyways, that's everything from yesterday. I'm just yabbering on now. See how today goes. You hit the like button. Damn right. Morning, brothers. Good luck today. Some NHL plays. I'm on his Pens. I'm with you. Stars over.
Yep.
I can see that. And the Canucks. I mean, how can you not bet the Canucks? Who are the Canucks?
I took the over in that game, or the under.
Yeah, Canucks
under in the Canucks game is what I got to.
NBA prop of the day: Tatum over 29.5 points versus the Pacers. Fine. Can you check his can you guys check his past games versus Indiana and tell me if you like this one? I don't know how to pull all that stuff up because I don't do player props, but I trust you. How am I not on the Bucks plus 2.5 yet? Feels crazy, but I'm putting that in after the show. 2.5. Come on, take the money line. The Bucks are going to win outright versus the Eagles. Take the money line.
I've already started looking at playoffs for next week. There's a couple plays that I'm kind of interested in. I'm interested in the Steelers at 9.5. I'm interested in the over in the Cleveland game, and I'm interested in the Buccaneers. And the more and more I look at it, I know I had full intentions on fading them in the playoffs, but I'm interested in the Lions and the Dolphins.
No Lions. No.
I still have to see how this week goes. But it's looking. If I had to predict early in the week, the public dog of the week is LA. Just looking at the numbers, the first day, the early dog of the week is LA. If I can get a 2.5 with Detroit, I'll be on the Lions.
All right. Looking at it real quick, this is a first look for me. Browns, Chiefs against the Dolphins. I like the Steelers plus. I'm seeing 10.5s now for the Steelers. I'm gonna say Green Bay outright. I'm gonna say Buccaneers outright, and I'm gonna say Rams outright. So I think the first two games on Saturday will be the only time that we see two favorites win and cover. The last four games, I think dogs have a shot to win outright. Night hop on the Avs with y'all for tonight. Yes, Avalanche puck line tonight.
I was definitely wanting to get involved with that. I haven't yet.
Let's have a day, y'all. I'm tailing. Let's get it for real deal. What up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, you know the rest, my dog. We got some NBA. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of today's card, and I feel like I'm only going to get to one NBA game, Nick. And it's going to be two plays in one NBA game. Because all the other ones are kind of just gross to me. No Lions, screw them. Stafford coming back home on Saturday. And damn it. I'll be on them. Go Rams, best of the Cats, and I'll be at the game on Sunday. There you go. KC will be in the Super Bowl. I disagree. I think Kansas City wins in the first round.
Do they cover
loses in the second round to the Buffalo Bills. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. Diggs will finally get his revenge. All right. We'll start with the Natty, Nick.
I've got entirely too much invested into this game because I just put another half unit on this game as well for a different at another line. So let's get into it here. Michigan Wolverines and the Washington Huskies. This will be the game that is front and center for me tonight. That'll probably make or break my night. Let's get into it. We have the Wolverines as 4.5, 5 some places. Keep that in mind. Shop around as always. Total of 56 in this game. Let's get in. Let's take a look here at the line history in the spot where we have 63% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Washington Huskies, and the line has moved. All right, let me get up the the line history in this spot here, where it opened up with Michigan at a 4, and it's gone up to a 5. It was sitting at 4.5 for most of the week, but it opened up at a 4. And now it's a 5. So a full point line movement towards the Wolverines in this game. Line opened up at a 55. It's up to a 56. And the line has moved up. Let's take a look at the cash flow here. I said 63% of tickets, 53% of the cash is on Washington. It's moved a point towards Michigan. So a little bit of a public doggy here with those Huskies. 61% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the over. The line has moved a full point towards the over as well. For starters, my number for this game, let me make sure I have my numbers up here to make sure I have the correct number for this, because I want to make sure I'm reading off the right thing here. College basketball, or no, I don't want college basketball. I want college football. Where's my college football? There it is. I have this game with the Wolverines around 8.23. I have the Wolverines over a touchdown favorites in this game. I am heavily invested in the Wolverines tonight. I couldn't get 9.5 and 13.5 alternative lines. I played them first quarter, first half, full game. First quarter -3, half unit. First half -3, half unit. Full game -4.5. Full unit. And then I found the alternative line of -10.5 at +180. I put another half unit at that. I think Michigan wins this game by double digits. I think this is a 2-touchdown game. And we see this kind of similar to UGA TCU last year, where we had a team that people made a lot of money with throughout the year, TCU, just like Washington this year. They played a fraudulent team in the first round of the playoffs. Last year, TCU played this Michigan team, which had holes in it. And this year, Washington played Texas, which I thought had holes in it. And now is when they play the legitimate number one team in the nation, and they get run out of the building. I think this is a 14 to 21 point game. I think Michigan wins. I got Michigan trifecta as well as another half unit on the alternative spread here tonight.
Yeah, I'm all over Michigan. And I kind of figured that because I mentioned this in the beginning of the playoff, saying that if Michigan won, well, actually, if you're Washington, you were rooting for Alabama because they would have had a lot better of a chance against Alabama than Michigan just because of their play styles. What does Washington want to do, Nick? Like, what type of play style do they like to play?
Up and down, fast.
They like to play a fast, air raid offense. You know who's not going to do that with them? Michigan. Michigan's going to run the ball. And this is by far the best defense that Washington will be playing all year. And it's not particularly close. Like, you look at who Washington has played in terms of defensively. Boise State, okay, not it.
No.
Tulsa, American Conference.
No.
Michigan State, Cal, 59 points against Cal. Nope. Arizona, Oregon, Arizona State, Stanford, USC, garbage. Utah, garbage defense. Oregon State, all right, they were a credible defense, nowhere near Michigan. Washington State, nowhere near anybody. Oregon's defense wasn't fantastic. What did they do? Let me just make sure. Regular season, team stats. Defensively, actually, I will say defensively, Oregon was 11th in points allowed in terms of 11th best team in terms of points allowed. So I will say that I will give them Oregon, and then Texas was okay defensively. They were more offensively this season. Well, actually, no, they were 13th, 17.5 points per game. But nothing's going to come close to what Michigan has been able to do this year in terms of defense. They also play in the Big Ten, so that's more of a defensive-esque type of game team. But they were number one in the nation in defense. 9.5 points a game. I think that Washington's going to struggle to score. Maybe even a team total under for Washington in this one as well. But all day Michigan for me.
Yep.
Avalanche puck line. Yes, I'm on the Bruins and you know what? If you're gonna do it, I'm not gonna argue with plus money, dude. I'm gonna be on the Avalanche puck line. I'm getting a really good number at it. I got 185, so I'm happy with that because I'm not gonna grab a minus 130. Avalanche coming off. Well, we'll talk about it, but Avalanche coming off of getting smacked around by Florida. I think it's a bounce back spot. Phony Bucks got in and not my Saints. Your Saints are garbage. Tim, that's only if they get by Pittsburgh. I'm not worried about the Steelers. Washington money line, and plus we don't like no stinking Wolverines or no Packers.
You don't like no stinking Wolverines. I have no problem with the Wolverines.
I have no problem. There's only how many colleges can I say that I really don't like? One, 2, 3.
Duke and NC State.
Duke, NC State, App State. I think other than that, I don't really have teams that I hate. I have teams that I don't like because I kept getting them wrong and I kept losing money on them. But no. Jamal Murray beat the Pistons himself last night. Why they do my Detroit players like that, Tim? Because the Detroit Pistons are garbage. Did you see Jokic's stat line last night, Nick?
No, I didn't pay attention to any basketball last night.
The Nuggets won by 17. Do you want to guess how many? And they won 131 to 114. Do you want to guess how many points Jokic had?
Like 12?
4. 4 points, 7 rebounds, 16 assists. Didn't play the fourth quarter
last night.
Didn't play the fourth quarter. Stacks Pod, Mississippi Valley State. Oh dear God, dude. I mean, I love the poop, but how bad is this one? 8.5 versus Alabama A&M. How did Mississippi Valley do last game against? They covered. They covered against Alabama State. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're against Alabama A&M today. Fine. I think I'm gonna end up putting up one play today, Nick, and it's gonna be NC Central. Anyway, 3 and 33. Yeah, the Pistons are great. Patriots got their butt kicked, and then the Eagles said, "Oh my beer." Yes, that was. I will say,
Giants and the Jets for Week 18.
I was not happy with the Jets winning. I was not a fan, but go blue for tonight.
Yes.
And I will say, Michigan would not have made it to the championship without their real test in Week 1. Anyways, my Road Warriors lost to the Raptors last night, and then my Bucks lose to Houston the other night. What is going on in the NBA this year? Milwaukee's overrated, and Golden State's dynasty is over. I did so much better in hockey yesterday. Capitals moneyline and the over, and of course Blackhawks moneyline, both nice.
Yeah.
Le Bum and the Fakers beat the Clippers last night. Did they actually? That's okay. Wow. Okay. I'm happy I didn't bet that game. The only game. Oh, I didn't bet Memphis. Damn it! I wanted to bet Memphis last night too, and I didn't. Anyways, defense wins championships, and Michigan's got the best defense by far. Go Michigan State. Michigan State cost us money in college basketball yesterday, so screw them. I thought Utah and Oregon State were known for defense. Utah was good defensively last year. They were not good this year. Oregon State, they were decent defensively. I think we went over them. Oh, it was Oregon we went over. FanDuel Boost, Michigan minus 140. 3 units. Don't let me down now. Let's go blue. Avalanche for sure. What's up, guys? What's up? Joker, only 4 points. Come on, man. I need that triple-double. Now I'm in the hole. Yikes. He didn't need to get it, so. Safe, same game parlay is Corum, anytime touchdown, Michigan minus 3.
Corum, anytime touchdown is anywhere between minus 400 and minus 500.
So kind of like Keaton Mitchell in the Birmingham Bowl last year?
Yeah.
No, he was ridiculous. Joker, only 4 point. Oh, wait, I already saw that one. The Jets are trash. I agree. The Jets are garbage. He's referring to the football Jets. Okay. How many times are you going to post that? All over Michigan Wolverines, overexposed in my parlays, but we're riding. Let's do it. Bruins in regulation. You know what, Mel? I respect you betting against your Avalanche every day. I do. And Murray had like 40. Joker had like 8, I think. Murray had like 40 points or something like that. Let's actually, I could pull that up real quick. Jamal Murray last night went 14 for 24 with 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Wow, Jokic had 5 blocks? Jeez. Insane, MVP. I bet Michigan and snagged the 91% on MGM's boosted when it was only a few minutes. There you go. I don't have MGM, so we're gonna go through some hockey. Nick, I'm gonna run downstairs and grab a drink real quick. I'll be back in like 2 games, so I'll be back for the one game that I really I have 2 games that I bet, but I'll be back for the next one for sure. I lean Canucks, but go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, we have the New York Rangers and the Vancouver Canucks in this game. Here we have the Rangers minus 150 home favorites in this game with a total of 6.5. I was kind of surprised to see it 6.5 here, and I don't think it should be a 6.5 for this game. Let me get up the line history here in this one. Where it opened up at minus 135, it's up to a 146 for the Rangers. So we have a line move towards the Rangers here, 11 cents. we have this line open up at a 6.5 at -104. It's now a 6.5 at -105. So a 1 cent line movement towards the over in this game here. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have 56% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the under, which I do agree with in this game. And we have 44% of tickets, 90% of the cash on the Canucks, and yet this line's moving towards the Rangers in this spot here. I had this game projected actually closer toward the pick'em in this game. So it is a lean towards the Canucks if you're looking at the side in this game for me at the plus price tag. But with that being said, I'm more interested in this total, which I have projected for 5 goals. These are two of the best goaltenders in hockey with Demko and Shesterkin. And I think we could see something along the lines of 2-2 at the end of regulation, maybe a 3-2 type of game. And when you look at these teams, maybe, I mean, actually probably not a draw because I don't think the Rangers have been going to overtime as of late. So they're not really in overtime form. Rangers, 3 of the last 5 meetings have gone overtime. Only 2 of the last 10 for the Canucks, and 3 of the last 10 for the Rangers have needed extra time. I could see this as a potential overtime game. We have the top 2 teams in. This is the top 2 teams in the NHL. Nope. Vancouver or Winnipeg. Never mind. But yeah, these are 2 teams that are leading their division on opposite conferences. So I can maybe see they don't care about. They probably don't care about each other getting a point. So I could see a draw in this game as well. But I just played the under 6.5 at -115 for this one. Under and lean a draw. Bruins smash. I don't know about Bruins smash. We'll move on, though. Second game of the day, Pittsburgh Penguins and Philadelphia Flyers. The Penguins, -125 road favorites, total of 6 in this game. Penguins enter this game 19-15-4. They're starting to pick it up as of late. They lost their last game, but they've won 4 of their last 6. They've received points in 7 of their last 9 games. The only games they didn't were the regulation losses versus Buffalo and Washington. And on the flip side, Philadelphia got off the schneid in their last game with a 3-2 win in regulation against the Calgary Flames. They have gone overtime in 4 of their last 7 games, or 4 of their last 9 games. And the Penguins, only 2 of their last 8 have gone past regulation. 2 in a row between these 2 teams. Both games so far in this season, they played back-to-back games on December 2nd and 4th. And they went to a shootout in overtime. So I could see a draw in this game for those interested in a draw today. I think this may be your best option. Let's take a look here at what the draw would be in this game where nope, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's Penguins Flyers, 3-way line, 330. I'm going to play the draw in this game as well. Plus 330, Penguins Flyers draw. I'm on the Penguins as well. Actually, I'm going to stay off the draw. Because my projections have the Penguins as pretty decent favorites, and I wouldn't talk people off of a -1 line. Now looking at it, maybe if you want to get the juice down on the Penguins here. These are 2 teams heading in the opposite directions. The more and more I'm looking at it, current form Flyers are an overtime team. I really don't have too much of an interest in that there. These are 2 teams that are going the opposite ways. 7 of the last 9 games for the Flyers, they lost the expected goal battle. And the Penguins have actually won the expected goal battle in 9 straight games. So the Penguins are outplaying their opponent. And the Flyers are bet against for me. I think that we're starting to see the regression we've been expecting from the Flyers for a while. And I think we continue to see that today. So I'm on the Penguins at $1.25. I lean draw, but I'm going to stay off the draw here too. We'll head back to the chat. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. I was trying to find something to put my mug down on because it was making a little bit wet on the table, but I'll find that in a minute. I like the Penguins. And it's kind of just similar to what you were just saying. We're seeing the regression from Philly. And I think we're going to see it more and more over the next couple months. And Pittsburgh has been consistent. Now, we're going to expect a little bit of a downfall from Pittsburgh as well.
Yes.
Although
not yet, not right now though.
Not yet, not right now at the moment. Although I'm looking, they should have beaten the Sabres. They should have beaten the Sabres. And I will admit that. But a win's a win, so I like how that one went. They honestly probably should have beaten Washington. So I look at it. This team should be winning, and then their other loss, they lost in overtime, and maybe the last game that they shouldn't have won was against Toronto when they lost 7-0. I think that one's fair to say they shouldn't have won that one. But other than that, this team has been playing good hockey. So Pittsburgh money line minus 125, or I could even go a step further and say plus 195 for their puck line. Because I would want to go plus money. So Penguins, you know what? Let's go Penguins puck line plus 195 today.
Fair.
Under and lean a draw. Okay.
That was for the first game.
Oh, sorry. Bruins smash. No, I don't think so. Got a live South Dakota State minus 14. The under Michigan State money line FBS FCS same game parlay. Under in the draw, over in the draw. Which one? Same draw. Got to do the draw because last time they went to OT, and it's the tires.
It's the tires. That's good.
I didn't bet against the Avs all the time, but I did on Saturday against Florida and got a nice plus 125. Us too.
The Panthers are the best team in hockey, and we'll talk about that more tomorrow when they play again.
For now, in the Sabres.
No, they are the best team in hockey. This is a better team than that made the Cup last year. This is a better team than the team that won the President's Trophy 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Dallas Stars heading to Minnesota to take on the Wild. Minus 140 for the Stars. Total 6 in this game. Now, let's take a look at the line history in this one here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that with the Penguins game. Line opened up at a 110. It's up to a 119 on BetOnline, so it's been a move towards the Penguins. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 116, down to 115 with 76% of tickets and 80% cash on the Penguins. The line's moving that direction. 74% of tickets on the under. All right, back to this game here. We have Dallas and Minnesota. Line opened up at a 140. It's actually down to a 136. So we have a slight move towards the Wild in this game here. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's down to a 6 now at minus 118. And this line opened up, there we go. We have 90% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Stars, and the lines move towards the Wild. Granted, only 2,400 tickets, so take it with a grain of salt. 47% of tickets and 76% of cash on the under. The lines move to full goal down or half goal down. And I think this line move is incorrect because I have this game projected around the 7 range. I think this line should be 6.5. I think this line potentially should be a 7. We have 2 goaltenders who are below average with Marc-Andre Fleury and Scott Wedgwood. This will be, I think, the 11th or 12th straight game that Wedgwood is starting for the Dallas Stars. Now, as for the side, my numbers kind of like the Wild, and so do the markets. I think the Wild potentially win this game. And maybe if you like the Wild, you can maybe look at the team total over as well. That's a 2.5 at minus 150, though. It's Wild or nothing for me on the side, just because I'm not laying $1.40 on the road with Scott Wedgwood. That's for sure. And my projected line for this game is a minus one. What would that be? Minus 135 or minus 125, minus 120 for the Stars. So see the only thing I see value in this game is the total, and I'm on the over 6. I got it at $1.20.
Yeah, I didn't touch this one. I will say I kind of just wanted to keep it light on today's card because I'm going to watch the Natty tonight, and that's pretty much all I want to focus on. And with that being said, because I have I have 2 plays in the NBA. I have 2 plays in the NHL, 1 play in college basketball, and I got Michigan. So I the only thing I want to pay attention to tonight is the college basketball card or the college football game. So I didn't go crazy. This one, 2 division rivals. Should be a good game, maybe an OT game, maybe a draw, but not anything I want to get involved in, especially with how the Wild have looked. Although, yes, I know they just won their last game, but
they got off the schneid in their last game, yes.
Correct. But this one's just a stay away spot for me.
Enough. Back to the chat.
Mm-hmm. Supness. Wild on the puck line. -1.5. That should be good. Some plus money. Stars been playing a lot of overs and Fleury subs.
Yes. Overs.
Last 11 meetings have gone over.
Ow. Yeah.
Plus 525 DK for the draw and the over in the Battle of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I don't like the draw in that game. I like the Penguins puck.
I know. I just like the Penguins to win the game.
Yeah. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I first looked at this card yesterday, I was looking at this game and I was looking at the card. I'm like, this is the most intriguing game on the card. This is the game I know I want to bet. And then when I went and capped the card, I found it ironic because the one game that I think I really wanted to bet was the only game I didn't get to, was this Colorado-Boston game. Now, this is the late game, so maybe I add this late, or I bet this late, but on the flip side, we'll see. We have the Colorado Avalanche, $1.30 favorites, total of 6 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot. If I can find the tab, there we go. Where this line opened up at -111 for the Avalanche, it's up to a 127. So the lines move towards Colorado in this game. Line opened up at a 6 at -121. It's down to a 6 at -115. They have 30% of the tickets and 53% of the cash on the Avalanche, and the lines move towards Colorado here. 92% of the tickets and 92% of the cash on the over. My projection for this game has the Avalanche around a -115, -120 favorite, which is why I didn't get to this game, because it's around the -130. I think this line's right. Situationally, this is an Avalanche slam dunk spot. You have the Boston Bruins coming in off of a big win against a divisional opponent. Now they have to hit the road. And you have Colorado staying at home after getting their ass kicked 8-4 last game against the Florida Panthers. Giving up 8 goals in a game, I would expect the best attention from the Avalanche today. And maybe, and I don't bet these often, maybe this is the play I get to in this game if I choose to bet this one here. Maybe it's just the Avalanche first period money line or first period puck line in this game, either -125 or +160, depending on whether you want to approach it that way. Because I expect potentially a flat spot for Boston and this be a step-up game for Colorado. So I would lean Colorado. Colorado first period would probably be my better lean in this game. But no play for me in this one.
Avalanche puck line, +185. I mentioned that one earlier. This is just a spot that we've seen. I like my situational spots. What was the last thing we just saw from the Avalanche, Nick? And we just talked about it.
8 goals against the Panthers.
Exactly. That's my point. You just saw them get absolutely lit up and good teams bounce back. And what was the last thing we just saw from Boston, Nick? The Patriots beat the Bucks 7-3. Yeah, no, it was a 7-3 game. I was joking. It was football, but whatever. So we're seeing Boston come off of a big win and Colorado coming off of a big loss. Yeah, sign me up for Colorado puck line today.
There you go.
The Truth says Penix under 293 passing yards.
Love it.
Yes. Wild blowout 8-3 last meeting. Wild revenge spot. I would say yes, but since the Wild have played against Dallas and lost that game, how long ago was that? When did they went 8-3 in the middle of November? Since then, the Wild have everybody on the IL right now.
They did get Zuccarello back, so they got slightly more healthy.
But they are still. The only reason I'm going to say no is because of their injuries. That's it. If they were fully healthy, yeah, absolutely. Also, if they were fully healthy, they would be favorites in this game, or they would be a pick 'em. But they're not. So I can't say Wild a revenge spot for that.
Yeah, they're still without Kaprizov, Spurgeon, Brodin, and Gustafsson, and potentially Foligno as well.
Exactly. Over in the draw again. Same odds as Philly, Pittsburgh. All I need is one to hit to be profitable. Yep. Bruins money line, Bruins and reg, and it's in my personal favorite, Bruins puck line. You know what? One of us will be really right, and the other one will be really wrong. And whatever happens, we move on. Good luck to you, Mel. I hope you win. The wedge wall has a lot of cracks. Stars over have been a thing since he took over. Yep.
Yes.
Good teams bounce back would require the Avs to be a good team.
20, they are a good team.
25, 12,
they're one of the best teams in the West.
25, 12, and 3. No, they're a good team.
And they're 15-5 at home. They're a good team. Quit
16-5 at home. Avs are a really good team. Good teams don't get destroyed by the Ducks. It's one game. When do they get destroyed by the Ducks?
Good teams have stinkers. You know that, right? The good teams lose games too.
When do they get beat by the Ducks?
Earlier in the season, I think.
No, they won 8-2 against the Ducks. They won 3-2 against the Ducks. They lost to the Ducks in a shootout. Put your money on it if you believe it strongly. There you go. Sup, dudes? Pacers. Yes, Pacers today. And the over. I will be back when we talk NBA. That's up next. You have talked me off the Bruins -1.5, so I'm just going to grab Bruins money line and Bruins and reg. Okay, that's fine. Tim, I hope you win. No, Mel, I hope you win. High on the over. I can see the over in this game. I still put a future on Avs to win Central. Jets will crash and burn. It's the Jets' way. No matter what sport it is. All right, Nick. I will be honest. This NBA card is garbage. Besides one game that I really like.
Yeah, there was a couple of spots that produce a small sliver of value, but I'm kind of on the same page here. Not too much graded out well for me. Let's get into this one here. This line opened up with the Bulls as 4.5-point favorites. It's up to a 6.5 now. A 2-point line movement towards the Bulls. Let me know if there's any injuries we need to be concerned about for this game with a 2-point line move on the side like that. Line opened up at a 216. It's still a 216. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 56% of tickets, but only 48% of the cash is on the Hornets, and the line moved 2 points towards the Bulls. 56% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the under in this game as well. This line is not moved. Let's take a look at the projections for this game here, where I have this game projected at a 4. So I thought the opening line was correct when you look at this game here, which is making me wonder why this line's moved 2 points. That's something I'm kind of interested in here. And my number for the total here was around a 220. So my number is kind of like the over in this game as well a little bit. Something I may look at a little bit deeper is maybe that over. The Hornets have been really bad. Both these teams they're about split when it comes to the total. It's been a hell of an underrun for the Bulls. It's been a decent underrun for the Hornets. Maybe this line's a little too low though.
This is stay away. Both teams have players with question marks and just I come on. This is a 1-800 gambler game. I'm not. Why is anybody even thinking about laying 6.5, 7 points on the Bulls on the road? And I want nothing to do with the Hornets, who have lost 9 out of their last 10, and they're 4-10 at home this year. So
they are coming back from a West Coast trip too.
And they are coming out from exactly. So it's going to be an ugly card for a lot of games. And the only game I have interest in is the next game.
Yeah, that was one thing I also just noticed with the Hornets there. This is not a great situational spot for them because granted, they've had a couple days off since their last road game there, but they went out on the West Coast. They haven't played a home game since the 23rd against the Nuggets. Since then, they went to the Clippers, to the Lakers, to the Suns, to the Nuggets, to the Kings, and to the Bulls. This is this is the second time in a row they've played the Bulls. The Bulls last played the Hornets as well. That game finished 104 to 91 in favor of the Bulls. Mm-hmm. So that was a way under. Maybe in this matchup we see a way over in this game.
The big question mark for me in this one, the Bulls were an 8.5-point favorite in the last game. They're 6.5 now.
Mm-hmm.
A 2-point difference because they're on the road. That's not a lot of points difference. I figured that if it was 8.5 in Chicago, it should be closer to 4-3.
Especially a team that's 4-12 on the road, 7-9 ATS.
I kind of lean Hornets, but I can't touch this one.
I'm genuinely curious why this line opened up at a 4.5. It's up to a 6.5 now.
I got nothing. Pass. Yep. This is a smelly rematch. Yeah, that's the only reason I would kind of lean Hornets is they just lost to the Bulls the other night. But no, Hornets been putting up 118 points while the Bulls put up 100. Bulls also suck offensively. Hornets game time decision for me. Yo. Somebody had a good day yesterday, Nick.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Caruso props. Sure. What's up, Joe? What's up? Under. I can see the under in this game. Hornets bounce back. Good luck. I want nothing to do with it. This is the only game I have interest in today, Nick.
Yeah. And I'm really interested in that over in Charlotte, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it. Maybe if nothing else appeals to me on this card, maybe I might pull the trigger on it. But we have the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. The Celtics are 4-point road favorites. Total of 245 in this game. I believe these two teams just played 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And that's going to be part of my cap.
Yeah, this line opened up a 6.5. It's down to a 3.5. Why has it dropped this much? And this line opened up at a 248. It's down to a 244.5. There has to be an injury why this line's dropped this much, right? We have 82% of tickets.
Tatum is questionable. Porzingis is questionable. Everybody else is good to go.
One of them are going to be out tonight. Because we have 82% of the tickets, 61% of the cash on the Celtics, and the line's dropped towards the Pacers. We have 82% of the tickets and 86% of the cash on the over, and the line is dropped to the under. One of those two players are out tonight. I'm going to guess Tatum. I think Tatum might be out tonight. With that type of line move, that's baked into the line already. The books are anticipating Tatum not playing. So for me, this is a simple stay off spot because let me get up my projections in this game because they don't have projected for being out, Tatum being out. But I have this game at a 4.86, so I have a slight lean towards the Celtics in this spot here at the 3.5 number. And at the 244 number, I have this game at 245. So I don't have much value in this game at all for me to find a side or a total in this game. I don't want the Celtics or the over with the way the line's moving, but that just may be the Tatum injury. So I think Tatum's not playing.
Well, I have 2 plays in this one. I'm for one of the plays that you said, and I'm against, according to the line movement. I'm on the Pacers. I'm on the Pacers in this one. These two teams just played 2 nights ago in Indiana. That line was a 7. Now it's a 4. So you're telling me Indiana won the first matchup, right? Nope. 118 to 107. The Celtics won the first matchup. Yeah. Sign me up for the Pacers. I think they win this one outright. And I took the over because the Pacer overs are 23 and 12. So they're still north of 66% or 65%, something around that range. So they're still hitting at a really, really good rate. It'll take them hitting at less than 60 for me to want to go away from it. Most likely, I'll be betting Pacer overs the entire rest of the year. That's just what it is. The Pacers are, I believe, still number 1 in offense. Still number 1 in offense, second to last in defense. So Pacer overs are still a thing for me, and I'm taking them as well in this game. I got them +4.
Good luck. Yeah, this is simple stay off spot for me.
Wow, a lot of chat. I'm thinking of Hornets points. Good luck. I hope you win. I'm not betting that game. Bridges goes in. Rematch and still in Indianapolis. Yes, it is. Or it's still in Indy. Got to bounce, y'all. Peace out, Cameron. 7 NFL games were a success. Neither score 25. Wow, nice. Pacers game. Pacers, yes. Over in Pacers again. Yep, Porzingis won't play because he got poked in the eye real bad.
If that's an actual thing, then he's a little bitch.
I mean, vision is important when it comes to sports. 19-7 in the Bears-Packers. Yeah, that game sucked. Holy. Cameron coming in saying, lunch money for the Twins. All right, Nick. Bojangles today. Let's go.
Woo!
$20 dono from Mr. Cameron. We appreciate it. Hopefully you're still here because I saw that you said that you had to bounce. But Cameron, we appreciate it. Chiefs money line, never in doubt. There you go. Nice plus money with the under 6.5 in the Ducks Red Wings game. There you go. Ooh, that's that too untouchable. Had a brunch of a parlay hit. Nice. Halliburton triple double. I like it. Over, kind of want over. Tyrese going to come out mad as hell after that last beating. I 100% can see that. Now we get back to the gross games, Nick.
Yep. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Washington Wizards. We have the Thunder -11, total 246.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, where this is up to a 12 now. This line's gone up to a 12. It opened up at a 10. It's now a 12. Line has skyrocketed to the over. Opened up 241.5. It's now up to a 246.5. So nothing but over movement and nothing but movement towards the Thunder. 70% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over, and that'll generally move the line up 5 points with no buyback and no resistance whatsoever. 99% of the cash will do that. And then 90% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Thunder laying the points. Like, I would want to make an argument against the Thunder, but I mean, I have the game projected at 11.5, so I thought this line move was about right. Maybe the 12 is pushing it a little bit, but is it something I'm betting? Hell no. And when you look at the total in this game, I have this game projected around 249. So I understand the line movement towards the over because I have this game still projected for an over, even at this number. Do I want that, though? Not that it's moved 5 points. I don't want the ass under the line. But for me in this game, it's over or nothing. And it's up to a 247 now. So the value is basically gone on this over. But it would still be a lean towards the over in this game as well. But no play here.
Yeah. I am not laying 11 points on the Thunder on the road. That's just not happening. I want nothing to do with the Wizards at all. They've had a 9, 10, and 9-point spread over the last 3 games and covered none of them. All of them at home. All right. Sorry, 2 of them were at Cleveland. One of them was at home versus New York. I want nothing to do with this Wizards team. As for a total, it's probably an over. Because I mentioned earlier that the Pacers were the second worst defensive team. Washington's dead last. And Oklahoma City, I believe, is a pretty strong offensive team. If I remember, I thought they were top 5 in scoring this year. 4th in scoring, 121 points a game. Almost 122 points a game. This has got to be a look towards the over in this game if I'm betting anything, which I'm not. I'm sorry, it's going to be kind of a boring card. I already talked about the 2 plays I liked.
Fair.
SGA props. I'm on the Thunder Buddies team total at -15. You know what? If you're going to take it, might as well take an alternative spread. Canucks money line. Yes. Penguins regulation. Sure. Under 6.5 in the Stars Wild. And let's try Avalanche puck line. I like everything besides the under in the Stars Wild game. I like the over in that game, but I didn't bet it. My guys, what did I miss? You missed the hockey portion and about half the NBA, and then we mentioned Michigan to win the Natty. The Vancouver Canucks under. I got Texans, Rams, Chiefs for the playoffs. I do not like the Texans. I like the Browns.
See, I don't want the Browns at 3, though, and that line's already up to a 3. What I was looking a little bit deeper into on that Browns game is the over. Every single Browns game away from Cleveland's gone over the total. And at 44, I had that game projected 45.5, 46 range. So I kind of like the over in that game, if anything. I don't think I'm getting to the side in that game, and I'm just going to ride out my futures on the Browns. I think for that game, but actually at 3, it would be a lean towards the Texans for me.
Rams and Chiefs, yes. Let's keep on rolling to this game, Nick.
Yeah. By the way, I moved on the over 216 Chicago Charlotte. But let's get into it here. Houston Rockets and Miami Heat. We have the I forgot to type in the spread for this game. The Heat are 3.5, 4-point favorites in this game. Total 219.5. This one here, it's a 4-point spread here in this game. 4-point spread. Let's get into the line history, which it's here. And it is here. All right, cool. Where we have this line opened up with Miami as a 5-point favorite. Now it's down to a 4. We have this line opened up at a 216.5. It's up to 217. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Rockets in this game here. We have 61% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Heat, and the lines move towards the Rockets. And we have 57% of the tickets are on the over, and the line is moved towards said over. I have this game projected as the second best valued game on the slate, only slightly behind the Hornets. I have this game at 1.5, so I have a 2.5-point edge here for the Rockets. The line's moving towards the Rockets. The public is on the Heat, and everything seems to correlate here for a Houston Rockets play for me in this game at +4 and +145, and I'm going to move on them here at these numbers. I'm on the Rockets in this game.
By the way, the Heat are 4-point favorites. I know you forgot to put in there. I don't like betting Heat games. This is just a team that is very tricky to me, and I can't get them right. So I kind of go away from betting Heat games because I don't know what Heat I'm going to get. I look at their last bunch of games. They're either winning by double digits or they're losing by double digits or close to double digits. They're not playing close games, that's for sure. A loss by 16, a win by 14, a loss by 17, a loss by 8, a win by 12, a win by 6, a win by 9, a win by 9. So they're playing close games. I don't know which team I'm going to get tonight. I stay away from their games.
Fair.
Wizards money line +500, Suns money line +200. That's it. I don't know if I feel like the play that I was looking towards was Eclipse, but I'm not sure. Rockets +4, pass. Rockets Heat, too ugly for me to touch. Aren't they on a back-to-back? The Rockets? No. Rockets are not. Neither team's on a back-to-back. Clippers aren't a back-to-back. That's what you're referencing, but Nick, let's head to this game where I lean a certain way, but I'm not laying that many points.
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Bucks and the Utah Jazz. The Bucks are 8.5-point favorites in this game. Total of 242.5 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have the Bucks opened up as 12.5-point favorites. It's down to an 8.5. There has to be an injury here somewhere. Line opened up at a 248. It's down to a 242.5. There has to be an injury somewhere here in this spot. 42% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the Jazz. The line's dropped towards the Jazz, but and then we had 38% of the tickets and 68% of the cash is on the over. But yet this line's plummeted towards the under here in this spot. I have this game projected Milwaukee -9. And I have this game projected with the total around 245. So I had this I thought this total was good when it first opened. There's probably an injury here. That's obviously no place. Who? Giannis? Dame
time. Dame time is out with personal reasons. So I don't know. With that, I'm actually going to add it to my card. I'm going to be on Milwaukee. I'm going to be on Milwaukee today, minus the 8.5. And this line opened up at 11. Nick, remember? I believe these two teams met recently. Milwaukee and Utah. No, I guess not. Am I just stupid? I thought these two teams just played.
Did they?
Apparently not. Who the heck did Utah blast then?
Sixers?
They beat the Sixers. That's what it was. Never mind. I'm staying off the Bucks. I thought that was I thought this was a revenge spot. It wasn't. Unless I could have sworn the Bucks just got blasted. No, I guess not. I was wrong. Never mind. It happens. This one's a complete stay away. For some reason, I mixed up the Bucks with the Sixers. It is what it is. Stay away. You're on the Clips. I almost bet the Clips. Jazz money line, and no Damian Lillard, which kind of pushes me towards Milwaukee. What's up with the Eagles game? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win outright. 76ers. Yep. They cashed me out with the 76ers at plus 200. Nice. Final game, Nick. I was close to betting Clips.
Yeah, we have the LA Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. We have the Clippers 5.5-point home favorites here on a second half of a back-to-back. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, where the Clippers are now up to a 6.5. The line's moved up, and the line opened up at a 227. It's up to a 229.5. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Clips. This line opened, 70% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Clippers. The line's moved towards the Clippers. 50% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the under, but yet this line's moved up, which is kind of interesting there towards an over. Maybe the over is worth a look in this game. I have this game projected at Clippers minus 6.5. So I think this line's right. And as for the total, I have this game around 225. So I thought the line opened up correctly. And with the way the money's coming in and the line's moving, I mean, it's going to keep me off the total. But, I mean, my projections say the under is worth a look now. But now with a decent chunk of the money coming in on the under, and they moved the line up. So this will be a stay-off spot for me. And that'll be it for me on this card.
Yeah, I'm going to end it with the pass, too. It was a close play towards the Clippers. The only thing that's going to keep me off of it, because I would say, it's a bounce-back spot for the Clippers. Well, the Suns just lost at home to the Memphis Grizzlies last night as an 8-point favorite. So that kind of is going to be the thing that takes me off. Is this could be a bounce-back spot for the Suns, too, although only good teams bounce back, and I still don't believe the Suns are a good team. A team that's currently one game over 500 right now. The Clippers have definitely proven me wrong. I will say that because I said once they got – who did they get this year? Harden? They picked up Harden. I said, this is just teams look good. The big thing is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are healthy. They get hurt, this team falls apart. But I kind of lean Clippers. But for today, small card. Why not? Tam, I'm on YouTube reminiscing on how the damn Nuggets beat my Lakers. I was actually scrolling through our old TikTok videos, Nick, and one of the ones I clicked on was when the Denver Nuggets won the NBA Finals. That was a fun one because I wanted to go look at some of the fun ones when we actually like did fun videos. And I deleted a couple off of there, but yeah.
Okay.
Don't know. Suns resting. Clippers are healthy. Yeah. That's what's up, fellas. What's up, fellas? Netflix and chill from betting the NBA. Yeah, it's Pacers and the over, and that's it for the NBA. Clippers minus 5.5. Team total over 107.5 for 95%. I don't like 6.5 in the NBA. That's fair. Bullshit. It was a great day. It was a great day, dude. That is all of the plays for today. We'll do a quick little bit of
housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. They're right above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Check out the old TikToks. Scroll through them. You gotta scroll down a while, but there's some fun ones on there that we made a while ago. So if you guys are interested, check that out. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. It's where you can get all the plays from Earle Sports Bets. I'm currently tracking them on BetStamp now, and they'll be up right after the stream. But all of that will be there. Little recap for today. Michigan over Washington in the national championship. I like the Penguins, and I also like the Avalanche on the puck line. Both of them puck lined. And I like the Pacers in the over. Nick?
Yeah. I'm big on Michigan tonight. First quarter minus half, full game. First half -3, full game -4.5, full game -10.5 alternative spread. Michigan by double digits. Michigan by 2 tutties. In the NHL, Vancouver, New York under 6.5. The Pittsburgh Penguins -125, and the Dallas Minnesota game over 6. And then in the NBA, Charlotte, Chicago over 216. Houston +4, Houston +145.
There you go. That's going to do it. Hold on, one more. I don't believe bounce back spots exist. Rolls in line with team being due. Teams start doing bad and stay bad until proven otherwise. Well, if they've lost one game, and they're a good team, I could look for them to bounce back. If they've lost 2, 3, 4 in a row, then I start to fade. But I understand where you're going now. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys. Mwah.